let shady characters take advantage of your Christmas cheer. Jordan standing by with a cybersecurity expert on how we can steer clear of holiday scams.
Oh, yes, it is going to be very big this year. Today, we are talking with former FBI senior computer scientist, but now you work for Binary Defense. You track intelligence hackers out there to find out what is out there. So tell us, Randy, what's going to be different this year? And it's a year that we definitely should be watching as far as those scams online, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Hope that we can help save all of your viewers some extra trouble this holiday season. I think the thing that's going to be the most different about this holiday shopping season is how many people are going to be doing the majority of their shopping online. They're going to not risk going to crowded stores on Black Friday, but do all the shopping online and ship their presents. So you need to be aware of the ways that criminals target your online purchases, and also some of the newer things that involve person-to-person payments that you might use to pay a friend or to transfer some money without having to exchange that in person.
So tell us a little bit about that, because I know the common scam we always hear is, all right, if you have an email from someone you don't know, don't click on it. But when it comes to shopping, it's a little different, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that is good advice. You should really pay attention to the threats that come through email, because that is still the #1 way that scammers get your information, by convincing you to open an attachment, usually a Word document or a PowerPoint or something like that, or by clicking on a link that pretends to be a legitimate login page and then stealing your password. So those are things that you should definitely pay attention to. But another thing that you need to watch out for this year is person-to-person payments. For example, Zelle. This is something that not a lot of people know about, spelled Z-E-L-L-E, but a lot of major banks offer this as something that their customers can just sign up for. It makes it really easy to send money to somebody else, but unfortunately, if you don't sign up for it, sometimes scammers will sign up on your behalf. If they're able to trick you into giving them some information, they can set up your account so that they can send information to themselves or their friends and take your money right out of your account. That's kind of scary.
I mean, is there any way to, learn or find out if this company is reputable, or if you're sending money somewhere, if you're buying from a website, if you're actually getting paid? Because I just got a call from my credit card company of a purchase that was hundreds of dollars that I never made, but I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah, that's a great thing to look into. So first, let me close the loop on the person-to-person payments. The scam that is having somebody call you on the phone pretending to be your bank and then asking you for information, like to type in a confirmation code on a web page or to give up your username and password. So the easy way to avoid that scam and completely keep from being scammed by this altogether is just don't believe people who call you on the phone. Even if the caller ID looks like it's coming from your bank will never ask you for your password over the phone. It's just not going to happen. So that should be your warning sign. If you think that somebody is calling you pretending to be your bank, reach out to your bank instead. Hang up on that call your bank, figure out if it's real. That's the best way to handle that.
Okay.
Now let's go to the credit cards and the online purchases. So it is very common for attackers to go after websites that sell things online and try to insert some malicious code into the checkout page where you type your credit card number in and steal that credit card. Now, the good news is that there is an easy way for you to avoid this altogether. First of all, shop at reputable sites, like big name sites, not just something that you received in an email and you clicked on it and it looks like somebody just set that site up yesterday. Don't put your credit card in there. But the best way to handle it is, when you're shopping online, make sure that you use a credit card and not a debit card. And then check your transactions. If you are looking at the transactions that have happened on your credit card and you call your bank to dispute any of those transactions that you know aren't yours, you're not going to have any liability. You don't have to pay for that. It's a little inconvenient. You have to wait for a new credit card to come in the mail, but otherwise you're not out any money. If you're using a debit card, you're still probably going to be reimbursed. But the problem is you're out that money while you're waiting. I had this happen to me, actually. Somebody stole my debit card a long time ago when I still used that for online shopping. And they used it and actually drained my checking account of everything. My rent was coming up, like I needed to pay the bills, and I couldn't use any of that money. The bank did give me my money back, but it took about 2 weeks. That was a really stressful 2 weeks. So I recommend everybody just use a credit card, check your statement, dispute those transactions if they're not yours, and then just wait for the new card to come in the mail. The other thing I do is have 2 credit cards. One that I use online. I don't mind if that gets canceled for a while, and the other one for everyday purchase.
All right, Randy from Binary Defense, thank you so much for sharing some of these very helpful and useful tips as we continue during the holiday season. A lot of folks shopping online. We'll have all the information and tips on our screen, and if you'd like to learn more, you can always head over to their website, binarydefense.com. Randy, thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you. All right.